I'm quite surprised that there are mostly no videos about the game. Sure, it may be short, but it's not lagging by any means. It's cute, makes me think, and can also get me pissed off. It ticks off all the boxes for it to be exactly the type of game that I play. But to be fair, I play a lot of weird games. But that's the best part, isn't it? Anyhow, welcome to the North. To start it all off, I'd like to thank my friend Med for having this beauty of a game in his library. Without him, I would have never discovered it and a lot of the other games that I currently play. Should also add, congrats on graduating uni, dude. Guess once you release a game, I'll make a video on it. Back on topic, I would like to lie and just say that I randomly found the game and realized it's a hidden gem like a lot of other people do on this platform, but I really only installed it because I thought the cover art went hard, and that the game was cute. I also wanted a strategy game to scratch off that FF Tactics itch I always have. Honestly, the simplicity played a big part into it. Having only 3 classes sounds like there isn't much, but it actually has a lot of variety. If everything was overthinked, it wouldn't have hit the same. We only need spearmen in this house after all, or at least that was me until I got hit by the elite archers. My poor men weren't prepared. And since I mentioned the elite archers, it's due I say my piece on the difficulty jump. It's, how do I say it? Very severe in my opinion. Even with new units that come off already upgraded, sometimes it was, like, actually quite hard. I was actually struggling. It made me think even more than usual, and I kinda liked it. I wish it wasn't that high of a difficulty jump though. But what can you do? In the end, it wasn't all that hard, but sure, I was taken by surprise. I'd say my biggest issue was never really finding a use for items in my runs, but for the Holy Grail. Bombs were never really that useful, especially once you unlock your archer's rain of arrows. Same goes with the Warhammer. I mostly ended up blowing away my units instead of the invaders. So, to me, the only really useful items ended up being the ring that gave me more units and the previously mentioned grail. I'm not so sure as to how much of a roguelike I can call this game, by the way. In theory, it has the exact thing to make it a roguelike, but the replayability just didn't feel as fun as something as Isaac or Risk of Rain, for example. It just didn't click that way. I'm not sure what I'd add to make it feel more replayable either, cause yeah, it did catch me, but it also just left me just as fast. On the other hand though, the art style is a perfect blend in between cute and morbid. I would have never expected these wannabe toy soldiers to spill blood. It's minimalistic, yet it's full of life, and they feel like something I see in a children's book. Really reminds me of an old book about Greek mythology, I think it was, that I read as a kid. That and the minimalism of reigns, but that is a far shot to be fair. As for the tactics aspect, I am the friendly neighborhood single-player tactics game dude, and I have a needless obsession with Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'm currently replaying Tactics Ogre at the moment. The game plan is not that complex as either of the previously exemplified games, or something like, I don't know, Fire Emblem, another fantastic series by the way, but it still is just as entertaining, and sometimes it's also quite hard. The last levels were, well, to say the least, quite harsh. I thought I'd have to restart my whole run, but I was blessed by the gods of I didn't tick off the box with restarts. So I was able to finish it all after a few of those runs. With that, I think I check out all of the boxes minus the getting pissed off one, because to be honest, a lot of games get on my nerve and this one wasn't that high up on there on the list. It really always ends up being the multiplayer ones that get me. It's why I don't play League anymore, but that League fighting game coming up though? Ooh boy. I'm about to make a name of myself out there. Sorry, I had to make the joke. Needless to say, you're totally going to see me playing this from time to time if I got it installed on my deck. And to be honest, everyone should give it a try, as it is always on quite a deep sale, I believe. And for, let's say, maybe 10 hours of gameplay without going into too many runs, it sure is worth your money. And the devs should probably do some more stuff. Please. Thank you. That's all I had in mind, so yeah. Maybe I'll talk about something for longer than a few minutes next time. Bye.